How we doing, gamers? Welcome to some more Super Mario 3D World. We're truly in the end game right now. A couple episodes ago we beat Bowser, for real. And now we're in the bonus world up in space and breathing still somehow because we're built different and everything. So yeah, there are multiple bonus worlds in this game. Basically, there's World Star, and then after this we have World Toad. So not a land full of toads. Kind of misleading, not gonna lie. We do have a few Lumas here, though, and all the things you can shoot in Mario Galaxy. I haven't played that game yet. But yeah, basically, all the levels around here are gonna be like spin-offs of all the previous ones. At least the ones in this area right here. So yeah, we got multiple continents here. We got the purple continent. Not really sure how far we're going to get in here. But yeah, we got some good stuff going on here. Basically, this is where the stars are really going to pile up. We're gonna need like a couple hundred for some of the levels in here. We do have a couple hundred right now, but it's gonna be more than a couple hundred later. Let's get 10 stars from here. Mystery House Brawl. We'll see if it's anything like Super Smash Bros. On Wii. But yeah, hopefully we can get through this. We do have literally the best character ever. So I really don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. We gotta take out some football players. And that was the first stage right there. They tend to get harder as you go on. See, this is exactly what I'm referring to right here. Hopefully, I don't think there are any power-ups in here either, so I think once we get hit again, we're gone for good, and we gotta do this again. Also, what's the deal with all the brick blocks in the corners of the room right there? Are we supposed to, like, break those or something? I think I'm just gonna pop a power-up right here. Imagine if these boomerang bros give a, boomerang flower when you're finished. That would be hilarious. We could still use one right now, though, because, yeah, these late levels, they are absolutely no joke. Now, what do we have going on here? Oh, it's you! Come here! There we go. That was pretty clever right there. Actually, you know, do you think there was this one room, it was for a star in a ghost house level, not too long ago? Do you think that maybe was, like, the enemy we were supposed to take out in there, potentially, to receive the star? Maybe. We're gonna head back to a couple levels in this to collect stars and everything, you know, just to make sure we actually are able to continue playing this game and everything to the fullest, or as far as we can go. That was a very close call right there. So we're gonna be revisiting some levels, one of which is actually in World 3. It was a pretty tough one in terms of stars, but I actually located the missing star we had. And you should actually see where this star is. That was like the closest call ever. Holy frick, the whistle literally blew. And everything right there, that sucks. That's great. That was pretty far though. That was 9 levels. Well, maybe that's a little bit harsh. That was about 4 levels more than I expected we'd get through, not gonna lie, but it sucks that we gotta redo all these again. Time for take 2. I'm not really sure how successful this is gonna be, but I guess there's only one way to find out. And now I believe this right here is going to be the final room, maybe? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Alright, never mind, I was wrong. This right here. Is this the final room? I'm not keeping track, if you couldn't already tell. There we go! Beautiful. Second try. No power-ups, though, unfortunately. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem, but we are going back to earlier levels in the game. But that's that house right there. That's completely complete right there. All 10 stars. Unfortunately, that's not really going to make much of a difference up here in space, but we're going to play another level up here too. Night Falls on Really Rolling Hills. Basically, this is going to be a speedrun. It's basically a remix of Really Rolling Hills. I want to say that's in World 3, but I could be wrong. We have 30 seconds, totally. We got to grab all these time things right here and not die. Take 2. This time, we're going to try to time that correctly so that way that doesn't happen. So yeah. Imagine trying to beat this with 30 seconds and 30 seconds only. I don't know if that's even possible. I highly doubt it. So far, we are making pretty good time, though, not gonna lie. Not gonna try getting any stars unless they're, like, right out in the open in our path and everything, just because, like, this has to be, like, a speed run and everything, above all else. And, yeah, if we run out of time, we're kinda cooked. What do we have going on up here? A star, we'll take that. We've got some spare time, so there we go. We're not gonna miss every single star, we're just gonna miss probably the first and third ones, if I had to guess. And it's actually the whole level. I thought it was just like the grasslands part of the level, personally, at the very start, but no, this is the entire level we have to speed run through, so That right there was kind of crazy. And a little long, too. I kind of forgot. I haven't played any of these levels, like, way up here in this, like, this part of the bonus area, in a very long time. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna be a little bit rusty when we return here and everything, but now, it is time to go star hunting, and power-up hunting, too. Alright, so here we are back in World 1. I'm pretty sure we hit every single star here, right? Except the Plessy one right here. I have no idea where that could be. It's probably like right in plain sight though, because it's like right at the start of the game. Ooh! Apparently we didn't get all the stars in the castle here. We only got one of them and it's at the end, so yeah, we're gonna hop right back on in here. We're gonna face Bowser again. Like a super easy version of him, basically in here. We're gonna try to get those 2 stars. That's so weird. Did I just skip right over them when we first played this and everything? Holy cow, dude. I already see the first one right on over there. Thought we could pick up the soccer balls there for a second, but I guess we can't. That wouldn't really be very safe now, would it? But yeah, we're just gonna grab all these. This is a total freebie right here. We'll take that, assuming I don't die. We need a power-up. I really shouldn't be going around here without any. There we go, much better. Alright, next star I reckon could be behind this wall right here. Gotta take out the Goombas first though, those guys are being a little annoying. There we go. Oh, it's a stamp. Hello, stamp, we'll take you. And now up here, we're gonna need the cat suit to do this, but can I just hit it with my hands real quick? Will it let me do that? I don't think so. No, absolutely not. So yeah, we gotta locate ourselves a cat suit real quick. Luckily, this is pretty early in the game right here, so I reckon it's probably not gonna be very hard to find ourselves one. Just gonna check these blocks right here real quick. There we go, see, I told you. We'll take that, we'll climb up this wall right here, grab, or try to grab some free time, and then we're gonna come on over here and bring this whole section up right here. And does it reveal anything, like in the wall? No, it doesn't. Alright. But it does allow us to get up here, and there it is, our 3rd star, 100%ed. Actually easy. Crazy easy, in fact. I was probably just running through this one for the sake of the video and everything, but there we go. That is all set. We're just gonna get on out of here now. We're just gonna move on out. Alright, and after taking out Bowser, I think it is time to move on to World 3, but we're gonna check World 2 just to be safe here and everything. I highly doubt I actually got every single star there, if I didn't get every star in World 1. Alright, and going on over here, so far it looks like we are pretty clear. And he's really rolling hills right here. I almost said rolling really hills. That makes hills sound like a verb, but yeah, the only thing we're missing in there is the stamp, and the stamps are pretty elusive and not really all that essential to the game. In here, apparently we didn't finish this castle. At all. So we still have 2 stars to get in there. That's pretty interesting. Probably just another speedrun attempt, but I'm gonna go grab that 1-up over there real quick. And in we go. We're gonna see what this entails. Oh, it's Bowser's Bullet Bill Brigade. I know exactly what this entails. So I think one of the stars here, we're gonna need a bomb, I think. Or a cannon box or something to break down a wall towards the end. The middle star, I don't really know what's gonna entail for that, to be honest. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but we're gonna take a couple swings at it, just to, you know, be sure and everything. Alright, I think I remembered what we gotta do. I think it might be similar to another level we played, as in we gotta, like, break a block or something to discover the star. So far, no sign of the first star. I assume we passed it already, to be honest. Alright, there it is. There's a 2nd star. How the frick did I not find that? To be honest with you, though, I was a little bit anxious, you know, at the start of this series, because I had never done, like, a Nintendo Switch game video at all, so yeah, I guess the only thing left to do is make sure we don't lose this cannon box until, like, the very end, because I'd assume this is gonna be, like, our only one. This is the only one I was able to come across. So yeah, right up here, right here's the wall. We break this down, and there it is. There's our 3rd star. Very nice. I'm pretty sure we're gonna fight Boom Boom in here, so that should be a pretty easy win by Christmas Rosalina here. And after doing a little bit of testing right there, apparently the cannon box, it does not do anything to this guy, so I guess maybe they got one thing in mind here, you know, when planning out who is going to be on which level for the boss fight. I guess Bowser and his army kinda chose Boom Boom for a reason. That's just a little bit of Mario lore right there for you, but yeah, doesn't do anything to this guy whatsoever. He probably just, like, hits the thing with his fists or something, but it's even, I don't even think when he is, like, spinning around and doing all that stuff, so, yeah, Boom Boom. Might be resistant to cannons completely. Very interesting right there, I didn't know that. Okay, I think that might be the only one in this whole area we had to do right there. Yeah, so that might be every single star in World 2. Holy frick. So yeah, I guess that means it's on to World 3. Right on over here, I am noticing immediately that the Ghost House level has 1 star missing. Yeah, it's typical Ghost House behavior, if you ask me right there. Very elusive items in there. Very hard to find everything. I think it's crazy that we found a stamp in there, though. But first, we're gonna go to Chain Link Charge, and I reckon this right here, this is where, I know for a fact where the missing star is. Basically, this level's an auto-scroller, and at one point it auto-scrolls towards a teleporter, and just beyond said teleporter is the star. I know, pretty crazy, how I managed to miss something like that, of all things, but, yeah, I think the cat suit would probably be better to have in here, but I guess we can see if we can play this and complete it as Christmas Rosalina right here, you know? I'm sure at the time you're watching this, Christmas is like less than a month away, so yeah, that's cool and everything. Hopefully I'm still doing well. I make these videos and they go public like weeks later, so yeah. This is being recorded on November 10th, in case you're curious. Holy frick. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're probably gonna need the cat suit right there. I thought I was gonna survive though, not gonna lie, for a second there. It looked like I was going to. I probably could have used the double jump mechanic there though too. Like that thing was like blocking us. But anyways, we're gonna beat this level the way Nintendo intended, I guess. Alright, so I reckon this right here could be the spot. I'm just gonna wait for it to scroll completely. Yeah, there's a little something going on right here. And on the other side we have ourselves a cloud platform, and on said cloud platform is the star. So there we go. That's the 1 star in this world I managed to miss. Kinda like that, but not exactly, because, you know, I really just wanted to go on to the next portion of the level and everything. And we didn't hit the checkpoint, that's right. So I gotta do all that stuff again. Alright, and here we are, after a couple deaths, ready for take 2. So I reckon the move here is going to be to crawl on these when they compress like that, and then we just jump over here. And very nice. So now we just gotta worry about getting over. Nice. Alright. So there we go. That took quite a few lives there. Yeah, I just kept on falling because of the void and everything, you know. It's been a hot minute since I played a 3D Mario game. Mainly been focusing on 2D games lately. As of like the last week or so. I've been playing a little bit of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And that is like the hardest 2D platformer I think I've ever played. Not that it's really that hard compared to something like Super Mario Bros. Or anything, but it's something I kinda got used to say the least, to put it that way. And that's kinda why I'm blowing so many lives in this episode. Alright, at last, finally, here is the end of this level. Wait a minute, is there a secret up here? There might be coins. Told you, there are coins up here. Really unfortunate that we don't get an extra life when we hit the top of the flagpole, though. But I guess that would be a little bit busted, given the other ways you can get extra lives in this game. Alright, lastly, I think we're gonna take a swing at the ghost house right there. Oh, I think I see some power-ups up there. You think I should go for that, though? I mean, I'm already powered up right now. I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm thinking about Super Mario Bros., where you can stack the power-ups in an inventory right now. I really need to lock in, but here we go. Shifty Boo Mansion. Yeah, so we're looking for the 2nd star here. I'm pretty sure the 1st star is probably somewhere in this room, if I had to guess. Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna try jumping in this painting right here, you know? We'll pull a Super Mario 64, and in here, yeah, there's a star, and I'm guessing that's the 1st one. Alright, yeah, so that was the 1st one, I believe. If we stand on this couch, will it do anything? Yes, it will. It's gonna bring us up to the stamp, okay. Kind of a freebie for a stamp for a ghost house, at least. Not gonna lie. We go down here, and then there's this door. I think it's probably beyond this door right here, because I don't see why they would put 2 stars and a stamp in one section of the level. Alright, I think the next move we're gonna do is we're gonna try to go up right here. I'm already seeing something. We can utilize the double jump right up here. I hear something. Is that just the cloud blocks or anything? I hear a little dingle up here. Okay, so that was pretty interesting. It wasn't the star, but there was a secret up there. Probably a little bit close to the first star for the secret right there. But anyways, right here we have the checkpoint. I'm going to try doing the same thing right here. Now, I don't think we can't double jump as Christmas Rosalina. That sucks. But, you know, we still have the firepower. Hello, Ghost. You seem friendly, that's for sure. Can I jump into the mirror? No. But there is an extra life back there. I will take that, given how many lives the previous level absolutely robbed me of. Alright, I'm gonna try looking up here again, but from right here. This is a pretty high point in the level. I don't think there's anything up there. The camera wouldn't even go up that high. We have no idea where the roof is in this place. For all we know, it could be like miles upward from us, miles in the sky. I'm gonna just try looking around a little bit more, trying to utilize the camera here a little bit, because I don't usually do that and everything. Nothing going on under here. And over here we obviously established that's where the ghost and the extra life are. You know, this guy isn't chasing me, unlike his friends and everything, you know, despite me being turned around. Unless I'm over here, of course. Going over here, we can't really do much of anything. Wait a minute. I see the carpet. The carpet seems to keep going. That's a wall, okay. Okay, so I guess the guardrail's right here. That marks where it's like a balcony and stuff. So, yeah. I thought for sure, like, all this time, like, everything was a balcony if you were looking at it and everything. Like, right here is a balcony, but the other places, you know, without, like, the guardrails, those, were also balconies, too. That is a fake pipe. What do we have going on up here again? Just the couple boxes right up here, and that's about it. Oh, and a hidden block. It has a mushroom in it, and that's about it. Wait a minute, hold on a second. I see some suspicious looking stuff going on right here. It's just coins. Any hidden blocks? I can't really ground pound on here, because if I do, I'll be screwed. I thought for sure that would be like a great place to hide the star and everything. Up here we have a 1-up, we'll take that. Or not, because it's fake. We got baited again. You know, it could be in this area, too. We almost just jumped right off the ledge right there. That would have been highly unfortunate. So, obviously, it's not in there, I guess. And we've got 100 seconds left. That's fine. I'm sure that would have happened eventually. There's something over there. Although that's probably just like a decoration or something. I thought it was like a platform, but it doesn't look like we could actually stand on that or anything. Is there anything going on, like, right here or anything? I can't angle the camera up to face the roof that we're sitting under right now. Right, I believe this is going to be like the final room in the whole thing right here, so... No hidden blocks beyond there. There's no paintings to jump into. You'd think there'd be like a second one somewhere. And then up here, I'm assuming, that's where the third star is going to be at. Right? There's a pipe up here. We probably already went down this. Yeah. There it is. That's the third star. So that leaves the previous section and then the section before that for the star to be in, I guess. So yeah, unfortunately this is going to be a complete bust, I think. Because I really couldn't find that whatsoever. I swear to you, I searched like everywhere there, and there's no way it could potentially be out here or anything, because like, that's literally the end of the level. Even though like the flagpole just completely baited us right there too. There we go. Should have known it was fake. It had like the Bowser flag on it instead of Luigi. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you want more, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Feel free to go check out the Captain Toad series if you want. I've been plugging that a whole lot in this series right here. It stars our lad over there on the island, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. See you later, I guess.